What if the answer to the fusion question is not how, but where? Welcome back to Moonshot Monday. Today I have an exciting startup in the maritime industry that we're going to talk about. Everyone is focused on fusion for the grid, but here's the problem with that. The first fusion reactors will likely be 5 to 10 times more expensive than electricity from the grid. On land, fusion actually faces stiff competition from cheaper, mature energy sources like fission and renewables. The thing is, if shipping were a country, it would be the 6th largest source of CO2 emissions, which is pretty massive. Maritime actually accounts for 3% of global emissions, which is similar to the aviation industry. Without any significant change, it could actually hit 10% by 2050. And today, the shipping industry actually relies on diesel fuels. Enter this new startup called Maritime Fusion. Instead, they are asking where could fusion work? And the answer, they think, is that ships are perfect for early fusion technology. Let's talk about why that makes sense from a VC perspective, commercialization, and scaling the technology. Ships need 25 megawatts versus 400 or more for power plants. Maritime Fusion also has a compact tokamak design. This lowers technical barriers. It also makes fusion technically feasible with the current technology. In terms of operational flexibility, ships don't need 24/7 uptime like power plants do. And early fusion's reliability might be questionable, but through shipping and less demand, it becomes more manageable. The reality is that ship fuel is expensive and already getting worse, and at the same time, the maritime industry has committed to net zero by 2050, and they want to decrease 20% by 2030. Meanwhile, alternative fuels like ammonia and hydrogen cost even more. In terms of the regulatory advantage, fusion avoids many of the pitfalls of fission. There's less regulation around it. There's also no meltdown risk, reduced proliferation concern. In terms of the technology, high-temperature superconductors make fusion more viable. There's also clearly signal from the market that there's capital readiness for this. In the last 5 years, more than $10 billion has been poured into fusion startups. The founding team, they have real-world experience and they have backgrounds from Tesla, SpaceX, and Princeton. Risks for this startup, achieving fusion could take longer than expected, and the costs for this are quite high upfront. The startup also has really solid backing. They actually raised a $500,000 pre-seed with Combinator, so you can look them up on their website. They've also attracted some pretty high-profile investors such as Paul Graham. Follow to learn more, and let me know in the comments if you think that shipping could be the first win for commercial fusion.